This is the story of Gertie the Mischievous Menace. The towering skyscrapers of Neon City cast long, jagged shadows over the rain-slicked pavement below. High above the slumbering metropolis, perched upon the gargoyle of the Chrysler Building, sits Gertie the Mischievous Cat. She is no ordinary feline, but a legendary guardian of the night, a tan and brown furry Siamese cat whose very presence strikes fear into the hearts of the superstitious underworld. Her dark brown ears twitch, picking up the distant wail of police sirens, while her long brown tail sways with a rhythmic, hypnotic grace. Tonight, the city breathes a heavy sigh, anticipating the storm that is about to break. Gertie's piercing blue eyes narrow as she surveys the sprawling urban canyon. She is a creature of the shadows, wrapped in a sleek crimson domino mask and a flowing cape that ripples in the cutting wind. Her tan body is tense like a coiled spring, ready to unleash a whirlwind of feline fury upon any who dare disrupt the peace. For years, she has relied on her mischievous cunning and unparalleled agility to outwit crime bosses and cosmic threats alike. The sirens grow louder, converging on the industrial district, and a sly, knowing grin creeps across Gertie's whiskered face. The game is afoot, and the mischievous guardian is eager to play. A deafening explosion shatters the midnight silence, sending a shockwave of shattered glass and twisted metal across the Neon City industrial district. The city's main power grid erupts into a geyser of emerald sparks, plunging entire neighborhoods into an ominous darkness. From the flaming wreckage steps a nightmare clad in rusted iron and tattered purple cloth, Dr. Vermin. The towering cyborg rat throws back his hideous head and lets out a mechanical, screeching laugh that echoes through the empty streets. His neon green cybernetic eyes pierce the thick black smoke, scanning the destruction with maniacal glee. Dr. Vermin has spent months in the sewers, plotting the ultimate revenge against the surface dwellers who banished him. With his massive mechanical right arm, he crushes a reinforced steel beam as if it were a dry twig. His whip-like steel tail thrashes the ground, leaving deep craters in the asphalt. The villain raises a metallic device to the sky, summoning a swarm of terrifying, glowing rat drones from the city's drainage pipes. The horde chatters with a deafening, metallic clicking, ready to consume everything in their path. The stakes have never been higher for Neon City. The grid is failing, the police are outgunned, and total annihilation seems inevitable. Before the mechanized rodent army can advance past the burning gates of the power plant, a crimson blur streaks across the midnight sky. Gertie descends from the heavens with the grace of a falling star, her brown paws extended, claws unsheathed and glinting in the fiery light. She lands silently atop a towering street lamp, perfectly balanced, her tan body silhouetted against the emerald flames of Vermin's destruction. The mischievous cat lets out a sharp, mocking whistle, instantly drawing the attention of the furious cyborg rat. With a playful flick of her brown tail, Gertie taunts the towering behemoth, expertly drawing his ire away from the fleeing civilian workers below. Vermin roars in frustration, commanding his metallic drones to attack the street lamp. But Gertie is already gone. Moving faster than the naked eye can follow, she ricochets off the brick walls of the adjacent factories, disorienting the rat drones with her erratic, unpredictable movements. She drops smoke pellets from her utility belt, enveloping the battlefield in a thick, crimson fog. In the classic tradition of superheroic intervention, Gertie uses the environment to her advantage, striking from the shadows, her mischievous nature turning a deadly war zone into her personal playground. The crimson fog begins to clear, revealing a chaotic battlefield scattered with the sparking remains of Dr. Vermin's robotic drones. Gertie stands triumphantly in the center of the wreckage, casually licking her brown paw and wiping a speck of soot from her tan forehead. Her sheer speed and unpredictable combat style have decimated the first wave of the mechanical swarm. But Dr. Vermin is far from defeated. The massive cyborg rat charges forward, the ground trembling beneath his heavy, iron-clad footsteps. He swings his massive mechanical arm in a sweeping arc, obliterating a rusted delivery truck and sending a shower of dangerous shrapnel flying toward the feline hero. Gertie backflips with effortless grace, narrowly avoiding the lethal debris. She uses her incredible agility to slide underneath the hulking brute, swiping her razor-sharp claws across the exposed wires of his mechanical knee. Vermin lets out a roar of pain and anger, his glowing green eyes burning with an intense radioactive fury. He spins around, bringing his whip-like steel tail crashing down upon the asphalt, aiming to crush the mischievous cat. It is a terrifying display of raw, unrestrained power against nimble, tactical perfection. The shockwave from Vermin's tail strike throws Gertie off balance, sending her tumbling across the jagged, broken pavement. She quickly rights herself, her tan fur bristling with static electricity from the nearby ruptured power lines. The villain does not relent, pressing his advantage with a relentless barrage of heavy punches and sweeping tail attacks. Each strike from the cyborg rat shatters concrete and bends steel, forcing Gertie to rely entirely on her cat-like reflexes just to survive. She dodges, ducks, and weaves through the onslaught, her mischievous smile replaced by a look of intense predatory focus. She realizes that she cannot match Vermin in brute strength. She must outsmart him. Gertie spots a massive, dangling high-voltage cable swinging wildly above them, torn loose by the initial explosion. An idea, daring and delightfully mischievous, forms in her mind. She taunts Vermin, calling out his slow, lumbering movements, provoking the enraged genius into a blind, furious charge, as Vermin barrels toward her, metallic fists raised for a crushing blow. Gertie prepares to execute a maneuver that will require perfect timing and absolute fearlessness. The fate of Neon City hinges on a single, split-second decision. Dr. Vermin lunges with terrifying speed, his mechanical arm primed to deliver a lethal, crushing blow. At the last possible millisecond, Gertie leaps vertically into the air, soaring gracefully over the charging cyborg. As she ascends, she extends her brown paws, snatching the swinging high-voltage cable with unparalleled precision. Using her momentum, the mischievous cat swings like a trapeze artist, bringing the live, sparking wire down directly onto Vermin's heavily armored back. The impact is catastrophic. A blinding flash of blue-white electricity arcs across the villain's metallic plating, overloading his cybernetic enhancements. Vermin shrieks as the surging current overrides his neural dampeners, causing his mechanical arm to spasm wildly and his glowing green eyes to flicker in a desperate attempt to reboot. The cyborg rat thrashes violently, tearing up the remaining asphalt as his internal systems fry. Gertie lands softly on a nearby power transformer, her crimson cape billowing majestically. Behind her, she watches the light show with a satisfied, mischievous smirk. Her cunning trap has worked flawlessly, turning the villain's own metallic armor against him in a brilliant display of tactical superiority. The smoke slowly clears from the ruined industrial courtyard, revealing the battered and smoking form of Dr. Vermin. The towering cyborg is on his knees, his mechanical arm locked in place, sparks spitting from the fried circuits of his rusted armor. His glowing green eyes have dimmed to a dull, defeated flicker. The menacing horde of robotic rat drones, without the central command signal from their master, have all powered down, collapsing into lifeless heaps of scrap metal across the pavement. Gertie leaps down from her perch, approaching the defeated villain with a confident, silent stride. She stands before the fallen giant, a stark contrast of sleek, feline grace against twisted, smoking metal. The sirens that had been wailing in the distance finally arrive on the scene. Flashing red and blue lights paint the brick walls of the factories as a convoy of Neon City police cruisers surrounds the perimeter. Heavily armed officers step out, their jaws dropping in at the scale of the destruction. And the defeated monster at the center of it all. Gertie gives the authorities a crisp, mock salute. Her job here is done, and the mischievous protector has once again saved her beloved city from the brink of total disaster. As the police officers cautiously move in to secure the incapacitated Dr. Vermin, Gertie turns toward the shadows of the nearest alleyway. She knows that a creature of the night cannot linger in the blinding glare of the authorities' floodlights. With a sudden, explosive burst of speed, the mischievous cat bounds up the side of a fire escape, her brown paws finding impossible holds on the slick brickwork. She reaches the rooftop in seconds, disappearing into the dense, foggy canopy of the Neon City skyline. From her high vantage point, Gertie looks down at the flashing lights and the bustling activity below. A soft, purring chuckle escapes her lips. The city is safe once more, but the mischievous protector knows that evil never truly sleeps. There will always be another villain, another crisis, another grand game of cat and mouse waiting just over the horizon. She adjusts her crimson domino mask, her blue eyes gleaming with the thrill of the hunt, with a final sweep of her flowing cape. Gertie leaps off the edge of the building, melting seamlessly back into the dark protective embrace of the night. The legend of the mischievous cat continues. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and until next time, stay super.